Hey, it's your buddy Tim Schull, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And yeah, what do I say? I was wrong. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I was wrong about the guaranteed champion, at least for Arena. But maybe there's some content coming down the road that's going to make him more viable. But we'll take a look at some of the things I did with him, and I'm going to show you a top platinum arena defense with a 160,000 player power defense that just is owning people. So let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, well, happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everyone's doing well and your shard pulls went as you had hoped. As you had hoped. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this rap. As I look back on it, I don't really understand why I thought he was going to be so good. And you can tell he's not good by the way they rank him, right? If you sort your champions by rank, they got poor dude way down here, underneath Draco, kind of by Kuyoko. Although I'm not sure why she gets such a bad take. But let me show you how I built him, and I think I finally found an arena team that he might be able to beat. I wasn't able to get him to beat anything really. I mean, nothing that I couldn't beat by myself. So I sort of did a hybrid with him. Gave him a decent HP with decent speed and then some damage and resistance. And for masteries, I changed him back. I tried to put him in offensive masteries, but I put him back in resistance and accuracy to try to land some of his stuff. So let me show you in Arena the team that I put him on, and I'm going to show you the team that I think we can beat. So I think we might be able to beat a team like this, where they have a Krisk for protection and a Solus for damage that's not getting defense up. So I don't know, not a great team, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. So I put him on this team, and I'm thinking about kind of switching it up. So I've got a high resistance Cardiel, a semi-high resistance fastish Duchess. Here, I'll show you there. And unfortunately, if you can't build like 800 resistance on your champions, they're not really even high resistance. So he's 683, which isn't wonderful. And then Duchess is just under 500. And then you saw this guy at 588. And then I don't really care about this guy. He's just really there to protect Raph. And but I think I'm going to switch that up. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull him out and put her in. Although that makes me nervous. It makes me think about maybe taking him out and putting my Ursaga in with, and then my Duchess. And should I put, they don't have any, I was thinking about trying to second go against the Hegemon team, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my one-turn Stone Skin, super high HP Duchess, and try to live through his nonsense. So let me show you the stats now. So my Ursaga with a whole bunch of HP, speed, and yeah, some of that stuff. And then her, and then Raph, who is really not getting much out of his resist increases, and then her to strip any debuffs. Although they're not going to debuff me, are they? Well, she might. Yeah, she might. So let's see how this goes. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this works. But I'm going to probably prioritize his A2, which is the provoke and unkillable, or provoke and decrease damage stuff. So let's see how this goes. Okay. So they didn't do a whole lot of damage, but I'm super slow. So, okay. So they only got stuff on him. So I'm going to go ahead and put the strengthen up and all that stuff. They have block. They don't have any block So, all right, so let's see if we can land the provoke, and so we landed it on some of them, and then now we're just going to auto, because I don't really know how to make this work. So this is about the only team that I figured I might be able to get this guy to work on. So let's see, he should do his increased resistance, which should help him, and let's see if we can, so everybody pretty much resisted that. Although I don't know how she got her, okay, so he also has some steel buffs on his A1, which is pretty interesting. So we got to kill the reviver, obviously. Then we'll go after their damage. So it's a damage Krisk and a Solus, obviously. So okay. So down she goes. Yeah, he's not for arena, I think. I'm thinking maybe he'll do some stuff in Hydra to keep that head of mischief off you. So even if you can get like 200 or 300 resistance on, okay, so there's a nice provoke on him, and everybody got petrified because But my idea is if you can get 200 or 300 resistance on your team, and then he comes in and bumps that up to 400 or 500, you'll be able to live through almost anything. So there's the increased resist, and then she strips. And so it's only like, what, a 5-minute run? I mean, I'm sure, obviously we beat this team in 14 seconds with the real arena team. But I kind of wanted to show you what he does. Although I don't, And again, I'm not the best at putting these champions together right away. So sometimes it takes me a few days to get to know him. But I've been playing with him for probably 4 or 5 hours, trying to get him to do something. I built him with damage. I built him with just as high speed as I could get. But I'm not going to waste great gear on him with his provoke. And although it probably wouldn't be bad if you wanted to do that, but there's better champions. So anyway, okay, so let me show you my battle log. So I am so we lost this one, but look at this streak of victories, right? You think, oh my gosh. Well, let me show you too. First of all, where am I at? I am number 13 in Platinum Arena. Let me show you that battle log again. Right? You would think, oh my God, that defense has to be insane, right? I mean, it's got to be 500,000-600,000 player power. Let me show you the defense. 167,000 player power, and this is the defense. I know. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I played against it once and made a few tweaks. I put my second Kaimar in immunity, and I put this is my immunity warlord. And here, I'll show you their stats. So remember, this is an immunity Kaimar, and he's going 258 with enough accuracy to land his stuff. And then an immunity warlord with some decent HP going real fast and a real good accuracy. So he's putting everybody's skills on cooldown. Siffy is keeping everybody alive. She's pretty fast at 341, and then Hegemon is kind of my damage dealer and CC champion. So look at that, 167,000 player power, 13th in Platinum Arena, and that's what's happening. I kind of want to throw that in against some other teams and see how it goes. So who would be a good team to throw that in against? Not this guy. Not this guy. Well, this guy wouldn't be bad, I don't think. Right? Because he's kind of high resist, but my Siffy is going to go first. Let's see how this goes. I don't think I even have him built on a... we're going to nix this team. This team is done. So I've got my... Immunity Kaimar. See if we can find him. Okay, there's my Immunity Kaimar, and then I've got, let's put in my Speed Siffy, and then who has been demoted. I know, it's sad, but I needed Kimmy. I needed Kimmy to run. And then Immunity Warlord. Let's see where he's at. Immunity Warlord, and then my Hegemon. Just to keep everybody on their toes. And you'll be able to see kind of how it works. I'm not sure it beats this team, to tell you the truth. I also think it's a bit of a trap defense in that people look at it that are a little bit lower level and think, oh my gosh, like I can beat that team easy. And so they attack it and get snookered. All right, so we want him to start with this. We want her to do whatever she wants to do. He is going to do this every time. And then we'll let him do whatever he wants to do. So we'll go ahead and run this like it was my defense, and we'll go ahead and pretend like he came in and did his stuff. Now the Rotos scares the life out of me. The Rotos might get a bunch of extra turns and just eat me alive. But we will see. And they're also obviously also super high resistance. So we shut down their stuff. And then my real high, yeah. So I think this is just kind of how it goes. Siffy puts him to sleep with her A1. They just kind of never, they can ever sort of, and then it's a stun Hegemon, so he gets a stun or two off. And they just can't ever sort of get going, right? I mean, they're just, all their skills are on cooldown. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty gnarly little defense. So you can see they're just getting whittled down, and they're just all stuck with their A1s. And then down she goes. They don't have a reviver. If we can get rid of that Rotos, it's going to be all over with the crying. So, and then she puts up defense, which really helps, I think. And then, block debuffs. Yep, down goes Rotos. Yeah, so skills are back on cooldown. Yeah, it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, and that's why I built it. And I wish I could give some credit to the guy that had this before. Now he had an Immunity Kaimar, and I upped the ante and put the Immunity Warlord in as well, just because I wanted that extra guaranteed. I mean, yeah, you can see how awful this is. We'll go back and look at the battle log and see the level of players that were fighting this. So I have a feeling there's not a lot of 15 million plus player power accounts that were fighting this, which I'm not sure why. I mean, although it is kind of a pain, I'll tell you. And I'm not slow, right? I mean, I'm not super slow with the Siffy and the Kaimar lead. So yeah, kind of fun. So I also think it might do well against a team like this too, right? Where I have two immunity champions, so he's not going to be able to get them down. And yeah, so let's see. Is it a Hedgie counter team? I don't know. I don't know if it's a Hedgie counter team or not. I think it is. I think I got attacked with a lot of Hegemons. My Hedgie's pretty fast, so we'll see if he's able to go first. But even if he's not, yeah, so I am able to go first. I put his skills on cooldown, so that's good. And then I think it's just all over but the crying at this point, unless Trunda just eats me alive here. So, but again, she got put to sleep with the Kaimar, and then everyone just starts to get whittled down and whittled down and whittled down. And then by the time they get a turn, everybody is protected by the Duchess and the Warlord, and then she gets put to sleep again. Duchess has all her skills, both from Hegemon and from Warlord, on cooldown, so she's not super happy. Oh, she's asleep again. Oh, he woke her up. Oh, this could be trouble. We'll see how good her Trunda is, but her skills are on cooldown, and yeah, and Warlord had the Kaimar had the increased defense up and the block debuff, so she wasn't able to stun, or down she goes. Yeah, so it's a pretty good, I think, hedgie counter. Obviously not fast, right? But I guess if you didn't have a better one, this would be a decent one to do. Yeah, and I don't know who I'd pull out. I don't think I'd pull anybody out of this, like, and try to get more damage, because you pull the Hegemon out, you're going to cause some issues. You pull the Warlord out, you're going to cause some issues. You really need the double protection. You have the Warlord and the Hegemon locking skills, and then you have the Kaimar and Siphi putting people to sleep, and obviously stripping buffs and all that good stuff. So yeah, kind of fun. Kind of a fun little defense. So we're going to check out the level of teams that were fighting us. So, and I'm wondering how I'm wondering if I'm beating teams, or if they're just finally like, man, screw this, like, because we're at 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and I mean, obviously he doesn't have a prayer beating me, right? So I'm getting several turns in by the time this, I'm gonna hit one of my CC abilities, so, and not let this Duchess really do what she wants to do. So because she's got the slow speed. Yeah, it's a gnarly. Yeah, and there goes the stun again. Yeah, so, and then down she goes. A quick 2 minutes. Oh, jeez, I spoke too soon. Let's see if Kaimar can strip it. Oh, he wasn't up. Come on, Kaimar, strip that shit. All right, this is it. All right, 2 minutes and 54 seconds. Quick, fast, easy clap. Let's see. So this guy beat me, and he's 8.8. Yeah. How did he do it? I think he was able to do it with Leorius. This guy, 4.4. Yeah, see, I think this is what happens. There's a lot of these smaller accounts. I think they can beat it. But I've had some bigger accounts go after this, and so this guy beat it with high resist, right? In a Romantu, and so 8.6 with the Hedgie. This guy tried a couple of times. 10.9. That's not a bad player power. Let's see, this guy 11.9. Okay, so we just fought that guy. Yeah, so he wasn't able to beat it, and he came back with with the Cardiel. That would probably be a good. Okay, so here's I believe that's a platinum avatar, right? And last one, 12.7. So yeah, so kind of fun, right? Kind of fun little defense to screw around with, and keep you in the top of whatever bracket you're in, if you have such champions, obviously. So, anywho, I wish I had kind of more to report. Again, I feel like I gave away some of my street cred backing up this POS champion. This POS champion Raf, but I think he'll have some decent utility in upcoming content. Most notably, I think Hydra and possibly a Doom Tower. So, have a great Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll do our 3x3 and some other stuff. I think I'm going to ask. Actually, I did ask one of my wonderful clan mates to help me out with some Hydra teams, because I can't beat brutal. I can do hard and normal, hard and normal, and I can one key them. But I'll get like 50 million on hard, and I try to go into brutal, and I get like 7. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's going to help me out. And we'll see how that goes. So God bless. Talk to you later.